A very good morning. You're watching News 9 with me, Akshita. Well, first up, a major fire broke out in the wee hours here in Bangaluru. The fire, which was spotted at Sri Manjana Timberyard and Sawmill at Bomasandra in Hebbagodi, has turned into a massive inferno. 14 fire tenders have been rushed to the spot to douse the flames. No casualties have been reported, but material worth lakhs have been gutted. The fire has finally been doused after several hours. In fact, the fire spread to the houses which were above the particular timber yard, and we understand that while damages weren't reported as such, it did leave behind charred belongings. Fortunately, no casualties being reported. We understand that there was nobody present in that particular timber yard when the incident took place. The fire said to have broken out late last night. The fire department was informed by about 3:15 in the morning, after which about 14 fire tenders were rushed to the spot. And as you can see there, the officials trying to ensure that there is no room for any sort of error that will trigger any flame as such, considering, of course, that this is a timber yard. The fire spread very quickly and it led to a huge amount of damage, and losses are said to be running up to lakhs as of now. A lot of furniture as well as wooden logs have been destroyed in the particular blaze. In fact, at one point, the officials were struggling to bring it under control. It turned into an inferno of sorts. But as you can see, that entire building there, this above floors had houses, and all those people were evacuated by the officials for good measure. And also, of course, all the LPG cylinders kept aside in the fear that they would burst and create more chaos. In fact, this was that massive blaze earlier in the day before the fire was completely doused out. As you can see, it was blazing on and created quite a bit of damage, almost turned into an inferno of sorts. And what started off as a small fire spread into a massive blaze. Fortunately, after several hours of battling the flames, it has been brought under control, and as of now, the officials will be looking into investigating and finding out what led to this massive fire. But also another issue that has cropped up is that the owner did not have an NOC certificate, something that is being highlighted every single time an incident like this takes place. And almost in all these cases, it's very clear that the owner does not hold an NOC certificate, does not maintain the necessary safety standards. Let's listen to what one of the fire department officials had to say.
The fire accident message received by morning 3:15 a.m. Immediately we turn out the vehicles nearby fire station like Electronic City, Sarjapura and High Grounds, Jayanagara. Then immediately rushed the spot. Then we started the firefighting operations in the residential area, because that's the life is very precious. Because of that, we have taken care of the residential area firstly. Then extinguished this building complex of the G+2, and there are so many multiple industries are running here. Everything is totally unauthorized. They are not having any fire precautions, nothing. So they won't take any NOC from the fire department. We are not aware of that. What are the industries running in the Bangalore city? It is very difficult to us. So this industries come forward, contact the fire service. What are the fire precautions in the laid down in the Fire Service Act and the Industrial Act? They are to follow strictly. Because of their negligence, fire accident happened. So luckily, no injuries, no death at all.
How many engines are there?
There are 13 fire tenders are rushed to spot from a different part of the Bangalore city, and all my 550 and my other officers worked in the firefighting operation. We succeed to extinguish the fire.
Well, the official going ahead confirming that yes, the fire has been completely put out as of now, but of course it took several hours of battling that massive blaze, and about 13 to 14 fire tenders were present there battling the flames. Extensive damage being reported. It is at this point being speculated that goods worth lakhs of rupees have been gutted. But more importantly, the owner will have to answer to the queries of the officials with regard to why the yard did not have the necessary safety certifications and did not hold an NOC certificate. But of course, besides that, at this point, considering that the fire has been put out, the priority of the officials will be to confirm what led to that fire. Was it a case of human error? Was it, in fact, a case, not an accident, or was it just a case of short circuit? Well, no confirmation coming in that regard as of now, but maybe in a couple of days we will find out once the officials do go ahead and scour through that yard to find out what led to the fire. But as you can see, there are families who were residing above the timber yard also facing the brunt of that fire. Fortunately, the officials managed to control it before it completely spread to the other houses. However, it did to a certain extent create some sort of damage as belongings became completely charred due to the particular fire. Of course, everyone was evacuated on time. The officials then some speedy action ensuring that there were absolutely no casualties. Remember, we're looking at a massive fire, and if there were any workers in that particular yard, we could have seen a large-scale tragedy coming to light. In fact, a lot of onlookers gathering there in Bomasandra right outside the Sri Manjunath timber yard. They were the ones who also called in the fire department and informed them that there was a massive fire that had broken out in the timber yard. Of course, this is not the first of its kind incident here. We have seen so many such incidents come to light, especially overnight, wherein factories and the likes go ahead and catch fire out of the blue. But also what comes to light is the fact that all of them do not hold an NOC certificate, which is leading to a worrying trend that it seems like these people believe that they have the necessary safety standards when it actually turns out that they do not, and it is only post an unfortunate incident like this that the revelation comes to light that the owner had absolutely no certificates.